This is the FLP for the beat I used in the song My Fault. For my beats, I like to start with the melody, and for this one I use the Surge VST, which you can download online for free. The preset I used is the pad preset called Sparkly. With no effects, it sounds like this. And once you turn effects on, first the effects I used are halftime, distortion, flangus, more distortion from the Fruity Love filter, then an EQ. This limiter isn't doing anything. It's a sidechain for the kick, but I didn't end up using the kick in the song. Sounds like this. I rendered it out first to make it cleaner. That just loops over for the full song. The second part of the melody I used is a GMS preset called Log Drum. It's in Leads. I believe it's Synth 51. With no effects, it sounds like this. The effects I used, though, are Fruity Love filter with just more distortion, stereo shaper, which makes the sound makes it wider, so there's a delay between the headphones, and then reverb just to make it bigger. With effects, it sounds like this. I couldn't really figure out why these notes were bugging out, so what I ended up doing is I rendered it as an audio clip. Then I would just pitch the individual notes, because this note sounded, in the pattern, this note sounded fine, but the rest of them didn't. So I just pitched the notes down and recreated the melody. So overall, that sounds like this. Overall, the melodies together. For the drums, there was 2 different 808 patterns, but they're nothing crazy. I maxed out the velocity, and I put an EQ, which it's kind of a big EQ. It takes out all the high end and boosts the sub bass a bit. The second 808 pattern was not as busy. You can see the different 808 patterns here. I only use pattern number 2 once. For the snare, I always cut out the 4th snare for this beat. The hi-hats, I did alternating velocity just to make it feel a bit more alive, because I didn't use that many drum sounds in this beat. I repeat it again. Hi-hat, or an open hat. Played at the start of every bar. And then I didn't end up using this hi-hat or the kick, but I had them there. I use this Finexi, it's a riser. Had no effects on it. Anyways, that's it for this beat. I didn't end up using this last 2 bars in my actual song, but here it is. If you're wondering about these sound effects, I thought about putting them in the beat, but I ended up removing them at the end. I didn't really think they fit in with the vibe the actual song had, but there were ideas. Also on the master, there was a soft clipper, which I turned up the post, and then I turned down the threshold just to make it a bit muddier. That's it though. Thank you for watching. I actually almost forgot. When I recorded over the beat, I ended up actually pitching it up one semitone. So the final beat sounded like this.